and better things. This is the fun part right now. Every year we've always asked a business leader, somebody in the community to come and speak. For Nancy and myself, we got one of our good friends. We've known him 15 years, been around, and some of you may know him. He went to a little school, Fremont in California, high school. Went to Arizona State University. He's a Sun Devil. How many know what that is? Just one. Okay. Thank you, Judy. I would hope so. Okay. Now, here's a quick question. How many have seen movies with Dwayne Johnson? You know who that is? What do they call him? Well, no. He took this name after this person. Okay. That back in 86, 85, 86 is when he got the name. Dwayne Johnson just happened to, take it. You never did trademark it, did you? No. 1986, left as a junior. Declared for the NFL draft, drafted in the 3rd round by the Cincinnati Bengals. At that time, in 1988, 3 straight Pro Bowls. 1988, he was first team All-Pro. He left the Bengals in 92. He went in 93 to the Raiders, decided that's enough, I'm moving back. Came back, started a lot of things. David runs a football camp up in Mason. He's very active with the MS Society for awareness, raising money, and helping people. He's also founded NAMA, which mentoring against negative actions. He works with inmates to help them get their lives back together, get jobs, find Christ. He's the head is, I should say, a head football coach, Cincinnati Hills Christian, from 2011 up to 2 weeks ago. He is currently the head football coach at the Cincinnati Christian University, the inaugural football coach. Starting in 2016 is when they're going to start. We have a pleasure here with his wife, Judy. David Jr., he played up in Mount St. Joe, he's a running back, and Kayla is at Thomas More and playing softball. And it's a great pleasure to welcome, please give it up for David Fulcher.
Thank you. Like Jerry said, I've been knowing them for 15 years. My wife and I do a lot in Cincinnati. At Cincinnati Christian schools, since he said Cincinnati Hills, we don't say those together. But Cincinnati Christian schools, I was the assistant principal and head football coach there up until a month ago. Took a job at Cincinnati Christian University as their first head football coach. But Delaney, I actually sat in a few times in classes with Delaney, and Delaney doesn't have a problem with talking to teachers. She's pretty good. She's very, very well respected, and I'm really honored to see her standing here tonight. But I think the theme tonight is about giving back. You young men and young women are sitting out there today, obviously are receiving awards and being recognized for the things that you do. Myself, as a young man growing up in Los Angeles, I always gave back. I felt like the environment that I lived in gave me an opportunity to do something special. God gave me an opportunity to play a sport. As a young man growing up in LA, I thought that was the only way I could get out of Los Angeles besides something bad happening, because I grew up in that environment that was bad. I got an opportunity to go to Arizona State and play football. But before that, I was drafted to play baseball. Didn't want the baseball fame, but I wanted to go to college and get an education. And that was my way of getting in there. And then 4 years later, after I left Arizona State, I got drafted by the Bengals. Now, I will tell you a quick story about being drafted by the Bengals. Back in 1986, when I saw my name going to the Bengals, I said, oh no. Not them. Because, the stories that you hear about players not being signed and take them a while to get there and how cheap the owners are. And I mean, for those folks that are around my age, you know what I'm talking about. The young kids don't know. But I got an opportunity, and I didn't blow that opportunity. And for the 8 years that I played for the Bengals, and why I went to the Raiders is because Mike Brown thought it was best that I would leave. It wasn't because I wanted to leave. Just happened, 8 years later, the cheapness came out 8 years later. But when I went to Los Angeles to play football, I didn't want to quit playing, so I went out and played. And when I retired from the Raiders and came back here, I met my wife Judy after I retired, and Judy was set back with multiple sclerosis. She was diagnosed 19 years ago. I've been retired now, be 21 years now, that my last time hitting somebody. I used to tell my kids at Cincinnati Christian that, I still have one good hit in me. Don't be the one that did that hit. But when I retired, and like I said, 20 years ago, we started our foundation for MS to help those that are affected by it. And we love to give back. And why I'm saying this to you young men and young women, everybody's got their hand out. Anybody sitting there right now, somebody gave you something that you like to put your hand out and you take it. But there are not too many people in the world who want to be the givers. And giving doesn't have to be money, doesn't have to be clothing, a car. It's time. Just giving time. Those that give your time to causes will receive something, whether it's from him or from somebody else. Knowing the Holland camps, hopefully I'm saying that right. Knowing them and what they do and what they have done over the last 14, 15 years is unbelievable. And they didn't go around with a bullhorn saying we need help. They did it from the heart. And you're sitting in here right now because you did something from the heart. When you give back, it comes back to you more than the time that you've given. And I've been around, I've done a lot of things in the years that I've been here. I've had so many people ask me, why are you still in Cincinnati when you could go back to Los Angeles where it's 75 degrees, or you can go back to Arizona where it's 90, 100 degrees. I like the change of weather, but I also like that I brought myself here in '86, and I believe this is home. And when you continue to believe in your home, good things will come to you. You young men and young women tonight have opened up doors for yourself. You have an opportunity to someday stand here and say, this is what I did in 2015. This is what I've given back to my communities, back to my schools, back to my friends. Give it to people that you don't even know. There are so many people that this foundation helps that they may not even know. They may not even see. But they know their good work is being exercised and it's being worked. When you continue to keep giving, every one of you young men and young women, the skies are the limit. The opportunity to be known for. Because I always said to myself, I'm still the largest safety to ever play in the NFL, 245 pounds. They don't make those guys like that anymore. They're kind of small and skinny and they're faster. But I did what I did because I did it from right here. You continue to keep doing the things that you do from the heart because you will be rewarded. And when you're rewarded, as I say, if I had to leave this earth today, I don't want to be known as the biggest safety that ever played a game or former Cincinnati Bengal. I want to be known for the things that I've done in my community, in the state of Ohio, around the people that I know that respect me for what I did, but respect me for what I'm doing today. Because I played a long time ago. I'm not the You know, I'm a former Bengal, but I have nothing to do with Cincinnati Bengals. I am David Fulcher, the guy who wants to give and continue to keep giving. So tonight is your night and an opportunity for you to shine. And just remember how you got here, because you need to continue to keep doing what you're doing. Somebody in here is going to run a company. Somebody in here is going to help an organization. Somebody in here is going to make a difference. So continue to keep doing what you're doing. And my wife and I thank you for having us here. Thank you very much.